Hi there guys, we're going to be explaining two-point perspective, and we've been presented with the auxiliary front view, auxiliary top view, a picture plane, an horizon line, and a ground line. We also have a stationary point, and other than the one-point perspective, you'll note that there are two vanishing points, a left vanishing point and a right vanishing point. This angle that I've used, extending away from the stationary point, is parallel to this line, so one of the sides of my auxiliary top view, and this line over here, extending away from my stationary view to the left hand side, is parallel to this angle over here. Alright, so you'll always be using your auxiliary top view to find these two angles, and they will extend all the way to the picture plane. There they are, and they will drop vertically down onto your horizon line if your horizon line is below your picture plane in this case. Okay, so note that every point that touches the picture plane goes straight down vertically, just like this one over here. This point is touching the picture plane, so there's its line going straight down to the ground line. In one point perspective, for the stationary point, we typically simply project a line straight up vertically to hit the horizon line. Yet again, the vanishing point would have been on the horizon line. So always remember that your vanishing points will end up on your horizon line. Okay. We also note that these 3 points in our auxiliary top view do not touch the picture plane. What I've done already is I've projected these lines straight down to my stationary point. This one is also projected down to my stationary point, and so is this one by view of these green lines over here. Okay, so just to make it a lot cleaner, I've trimmed these lines so that we don't have any interruptions in our view. Okay, let's get started. I have to make use of the information that my auxiliary front view presents. The information it presents is our height. Remember, when I'm looking from an object from the front and I'm projecting any information across, it would be the height. I only have one set of information. Sounds funny saying that, yet I'm going to be projecting that across to this line that is dropped from this point down to my ground line. I call this line my information bar. It's something that helps me remember where all the information that my auxiliary view or my auxiliary front view has is going to contain. So I've got one and a second point on my information bar. I'll also use this as my information bar because this point over here actually represents 2 points. Remember, this is my top view. So that point there has a top point and a bottom point. There they are there, 1 and 2. So does this point, has a top point and a bottom point. That one there exactly the same, and this one here exactly the same. Okay, so I've been saying how every point that touches the picture plane needs to get dropped down. But first, I need to get all the information across to my information bar, such a point in case. Let's now go ahead and take these points from my information bar and project them back to my right vanishing point and to my left vanishing point. I'm going to be using the one at the bottom to my right vanishing point and also to my left vanishing point. Okay, so already I can start seeing where my parameters of this box is going to be. Yet, I need a certain bit of information that my front view can't give me. So I've got to refer to my auxiliary top view. My auxiliary view, meaning helping view, will present me with this bit of information of these 3 points that are touching the picture plane at these points. Remember, they're not touching the picture plane like this one is. So I've got to force them to touch the picture plane. And by connecting them to the stationary point, I'm forcing them to touch the picture plane. So from that point over there, I'll have to go and project these straight down. There we go. we'll do all 3 points. I'm going to do the very right hand side and the very left hand side. Remember, the stationary point is me. I could draw an eye over there. That eye would be looking at this object, and it would be seeing everything from the right hand side, scanning right across to the left hand side. Okay, I've got one more point to drop down, that third point, which is probably right at the back there somewhere. Okay, and soon we'll be testing whether that point in fact is going to pass through this line. Alright, I'm already seeing a box shape form, and what I want to do is I also want to take my construction line from this intersection point over here, which would be the top point of that corner over there, and the bottom point of that corner over there as well. Remember, that was representing 2 points, a top and a bottom. Well, there they are, a top and a bottom. So I'm going to take this top point over here, and I'm going to be projecting it back to my left vanishing point. And so this point here also represents 2 points. When I project that one down over there, it connected with this line or that point via this line over here. Take that intersection point back to my right vanishing point, and if I'm correct in saying that this line here and that line there should intersect exactly where this line intersects with them as well. For accuracy's sake, I'm going to just zoom in and we're going to test this theory 100%. I'm going to just quickly put a little dot over there because I'm happy with it. Alright. So there we have it. That is the actual basic shape of the box. So all you need to do now is go ahead, trace over that with your darker line, a final line, a border line, and if you need to draw any hidden detail lines, you would then have to go and project back from your bottom points to your right vanishing point, and from this bottom point to your left vanishing point, finding exactly a point that's going to be directly below this intersection point over here. And then you'll just have to give it the necessary hidden detail line. Guys, I hope this has explained a lot to you. I hope it's opened up your understanding towards 2-point perspective. There will be more videos since this is the basic shape. We'll be evolving those shapes a little bit more. Thank you very much.